Do you think the response to your songs is so deep because you come from such a deep place when you're writing them?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I don't know why people resonate so much with them. I'm happy that they do. I mean, the reason I resonate with the music that I listen to growing up, or the shows that I've been to that have brought me to tears, has been because when you're in such a dark place or when you're going through something, it's hard to hear family or people that love you say, oh, everything's going to be okay eventually, because they're in the sun, but you're in the dark. So you're like, you don't get it. But if I'm singing about being in the dark and you're in the dark and my shit's real, it resonates, I think. It being real might resonate with sharing that perspective.
You've won awards before, but the Breakout Songwriter Award, specifically for songwriting, is it different to win something that's about the songwriting?
Fuck yeah, it is. It's I preface it by saying this. It's dope. I'm very fortunate to have a great team, and I'm very fortunate to have a label that doesn't fuck shit up. I'm fortunate to have a family that's supportive and all those things. But there's this rare sense of pride, I guess, in my pen, because I know that that's just me. It's just my heart. It's just my pen. And to get recognized for something that's so potently me, and from the deepest that I know myself is where my songs come from. So to get recognized for that level is dope. It's intimate. It's very intimate.
It is. It really is. In fact, I mean, on Being Human in Public, I was like, wow, it's like this is really vulnerable and like daring to be vulnerable. You know, that can't be easy to do all the time.
No, it's hard. It's difficult sometimes, but it's also it's weird. The only time it's difficult, I guess, is any time that I know I couldn't play my mom Figures before it came out. I couldn't show her the video because the first time she saw it, she broke down crying. You know? So I think that's what makes it difficult for me, is just anticipating my loved ones feeling my pain, because I know they hurt different. They hurt differently for me, you know? So that makes me hesitant about putting things out sometimes. But I do it anyway, and then they support me anyway, so I'm grateful.
That's the thing. You do it anyway. Besides writing for your own stuff, you've had a lot of success now co-writing with people like Eminem, Calvin Harris, Sam Smith, Dua Lipa. Is it different working or getting your stuff with other people than doing it yourself? I mean, are there differences in how you're going to approach the writing?
The vibe, sometimes yes, sometimes no. If I'm writing directly with another artist or directly with another writer for their projects, I like to ask, what are they going through? Or I like to ask them questions like, when's the last time you cried? Or when's the last time, are you in love? When's the last time you got mad? So that there's something that's, I guess what I said earlier, something that's deep in them, something that's potent, so them, that it will stand in the song, and that if they sing it, nobody can question its authenticity, because there's a piece of them in the song, you know?
Yeah. Besides going deep and keeping it real, are there any rules or principles you like to try to follow when you're writing?
Yeah. Shout out to Daniel Daly. He's one of my mentors who I met at the Remix Project. When I was writing out there, he would listen to some of my songs, and one of the critiques that he gave me was, you need to cut the fat from the songs. You need to cut the fat, because you can't be redundant. You can't say the same thing in two lines if you're trying to write a great song, because it's about communication. Like Buffy said, like she said it so well. She's like, a great songwriter will tell you, you need to work with the attention span of people right now, and for a long time it's very short, you know? There's so many things. You drive by a highway and there's a million billboards. You go on your phone and there's a million posts. You go on the radio, there's a million songs. So if you can make yours get truth and make truth as potent as possible, and every line make a statement, I feel like that's imperative. So I try to look at my work objectively once I'm done the song, and sit there and be like, what line doesn't serve a purpose? What line have I said the same thing twice?
Right.